I will put now the second question, which you already touched a bit, is what role does the concept of truth play in this discussion? And since you did also philosophy, maybe it would be good if you can say what theories of truth you like subscribe to, because there are multiple theories of the truth now.
Sure. Philosophers have spent too much time, I think, being creative with this idea. Okay. Because the fact is, everybody knows what truth means because they use the concept all the time. And it was what I just described before. A thing is true when your statement or your belief actually fits the way the world is. And I gave the illustration of you and I having a conversation today. And Aristotle put it this way. If you say that a thing is and it is, or if you say that it isn't and it isn't, that's true. Now, if you say that it is and it isn't, or you say that it isn't and it is, that's false. Not hard. You think, Aristotle got credit for that? I could have said that. Right. Anybody could have done that because that's the common sense, what I would say, garden variety version of truth. It's a very understandable way. Now, philosophers have talked about truth in different ways, though. And one I just described too, the alternate one, the more problematic one, and that is relativistic truth, true for me. Sometimes they think of truth in terms of pragmatism. Well, we say a thing is true because it works. So your one's view about abortion, if it works for them, well, that's true for them. If it doesn't work and they feel bad, then they shouldn't get the abortion. That's not true for them. Well, this is just another fancy way of describing relativism. Okay. And so there are different ways that philosophers have tried to characterize truth. But like a lot of things, philosophy is great. It's helped me tremendously to be more refined in my thinking in areas that need more precision. This one is not confusing from the beginning. You don't need to get more precision and find up all these variations like relativistic truth is objective truth. That's called truth as correspondence, the one I just described from Aristotle. If my belief corresponds or fits the world, then it's true. Pragmatic truth. And there are some other versions too, but all these other versions to me are just window dressing. They're just philosophers being creative. The fact is, when people talk about truth, they mean one thing almost always, except for when they get into these other areas, until recently. And by the way, if there wasn't truth, if truth did not mean correspondence, talking about facts, we'd have to find a different word then to describe the same thing, because that's the way we talk. And by the way, it matters, okay? Because reality has a way of harming you if you don't take it seriously, you don't get it right, And so, frankly, if we could not figure out what the truth was about a whole host of things in any given day, we'd be dead in a day. You just think about when you're driving on the highway, you've got to assess all kinds of things to be accurate in order to stay alive. We have the ability to know what is true about the world in all kinds of different areas. And so there shouldn't be any legitimate agnosticism about, well, who knows what you could find, who knows what truth is, and we can't know truth. Well, nonsense. If you say we can't know truth, you think that's a true statement. So apparently you know one true statement that you can't know any other true statements. But the fact is you know a whole bunch of other true statements. Anyway, so in terms of variations, I don't think the variations are relevant, except for to know what we mostly mean by the word truth, and then see this variation that has consumed our culture and brought a lot of danger to our culture. This is called subjectivism or relativism.